Hi Gemini, this is Joanna from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So Gemini, in today's reading, I'm going to give you two of the Denise Lynn Oracle cards, going to do your reading and then clarify it. So let us get started. All right, so Gemini, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Gemini, 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 Gemini. All right, so let's see what's going on. Two cards for Gemini for their highest good. This is for Gemini. Wow. All right, so you do start off with infinite abundance. Wow, this is a beautiful card to get. Infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life. Yes, definitely. Any way, shape, or form. Anything that's abundant is going to come in for you. Happiness is here. So that is very nice. You also have distant thunder. Clear the air. So definitely clearing the air and some of the obstacles that are going on around in your life. Things are smoothing out, getting better. Things are falling into place, right? There was a lot of changes that you have to go through or making. So it's nice. Love it, love it, love it. Good for you, Gemini. You need this. All right, so let's do this. Gemini, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Gemini, 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 Gemini. All right, Gemini. One for the current. This is for Gemini for their highest good. Take what resonates with you, Gemini, and leave the rest. For the situation, for the past or now, for what's hidden, for the hopes and the fears, for what you need to do now, what you need to work on, and the outcome. Wow. All right. At the end of the card deck, you have 8 of Pentacles. So you've been working very hard trying to make things different, trying to create something, and don't give up on your efforts. Okay, even if they seem like they're lagging or anything, all this hard work is paying off. But I feel like you need to work harder. I feel like you need to put more work into it to create the life that you're wanting to create, is what they're saying. Wow. Okay. So definitely a good message there for all of us. We all have Gemini in our chart. So all right, so let me see if you could see this. Sorry about that. I didn't notice that y'all couldn't see that. Okay, how about that? Okay, good. All right, so you do begin with the Chariot card. I feel like you're moving forward. I feel like there's success. I feel like there could also be Chariot. I feel like there could also be traveling. Yes, definitely traveling here. Very nice card to get, actually. And also feel like for some of you guys, you could be moving very soon. Commit to like trying to move forward, like trying to put your goal as that, like, I'm moving forward, I'm not going to let nothing stop me, that kind of thing. You do have the Hangman here. The Hangman is talking about, looking at things differently. You could be waiting back. Maybe you need to take a step back to seeing things differently. And also, I feel like you are definitely trying really hard to let go of the past, and it shows here. Wow, that's nice. And you also have the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles for the past or now says that, you're creating what you want to. You're trying to establish yourself, trying to create that strong foundation. You do have the 10 of Wands here for the what's hidden. 10 of Wands is saying that you're very overwhelmed. You're tired of a lot of things that are going on in your life. And you're also very overwhelmed with everything that has been going on. So it's like you're finally tired of it and you're moving forward. I feel like, it's a part of your life that, like, okay, I'm done and over with this. I'm not going to be waiting. I'm just going to move forward. Wow. And then you have the 7 of Cups down here. Oh, I'm sorry, the 6 of Cups down here. You've been reminiscing a lot about the past, how things happen. It could have been people that have passed away that you're reminiscing about. Also, to your childhood memories, or just everything just memories in general that you're thinking about the past. Looking at everything, how everything went, how everything has been happening. You also have the World card here for what you need to do now, and the World card is saying, live life to the fullest. Stop hesitating, stop letting it go by. Just live it to the fullest, because there is a new cycle here that you're reaching at. So it's good, 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 good. You also have the High Priestess for what you need to work on. And the High Priestess is talking about, you being very intuitive, that you have this inner power, but yet you're not using it. Okay. And you really need to start using that. And then for the outcome, you do have the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles is saying that there is a choice that you're deciding on and contemplating about. And I feel like you're going to be doing a lot of things, you're going to be moving forward. There's traveling here also. But there is a decision that you are really trying to contemplate. And really work hard, work a little bit more to establish what you want, because you're trying to create that established. And I feel like you're working at it. It's not that you have to work like a horse or anything. It's just that, they're saying, hey, it's going to take more work to do this, what you want, to create what you want, the way you want it. All right, Gemini. So let's do this. Take what resonates with you, Gemini, and leave the rest. This is for Gemini, 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 Gemini. All right. Why is the Chariot here for Gemini? One more card. Wow. So you did get the Hangman again. Okay. So like I said, you're definitely moving forward. A lot of you guys could be moving, maybe this isn't the right time to do it, or maybe you are just like waiting on moving. I feel like it is like you are going to move though. I feel like you're definitely moving. For some of you guys, I also feel like you're definitely moving forward. Release, surrender the past. Okay. Let it go. I feel like you've learned lessons, because you do have the Hermit here. The Hermit here, he's very wise. He's very intelligent. He's a teacher. And I feel like this is like that you've learned a lot. You learned a lot from your past. You learned a lot from what's going on. And I feel like you're finally trying to leave that past behind, because you also have it here. And that's something that you've been working on. Really try to let it go. Okay. It's okay to visit the past. It's okay to reminisce, right? It's okay to think about good memories, but good memories, not of the past, and not where it brought you to that point to where you are not feeling it. Okay. So really do that. I also feel like, you've been waiting. You're like waiting on something. Like you could be waiting for something, an answer, or just something to happen. I don't know what it is, but there's something here about waiting. Okay. And then you have the Hangman here for the situation. Now, why is the Hangman again here? All right, one more time. Okay, good. This is good. All right, so like I said, with the Hangman, you have it here twice, so definitely you are letting go of a lot of things. So it's good. Good for you, Gemini, because you really need this. Don't stay in that place. Don't stay in that place where, you're going to wallow in yourself and feel like, nothing's happening and doing this. Stop waiting. You just got to, push movement into it and move forward, okay? But I feel like you're leaving the past behind. And I feel like you just got to look at things differently now. And you will look at things differently. Wow. You do have the Strength card. And like I said, use these moments, these things that you've gone through as lessons, okay? Use them as lessons. Find your strength and your confidence to keep continuing to move forward, because you are definitely on this new journey. You're on a new path. You're on a new journey. It's coming through, okay? So get ready. So they're asking you to be calm about things, have patience for everything, even if it seems like it's going to be rocky or you don't know how it's going to work out, just keep going on it. You do have the King of Pentacles here, and I do feel like the King of Pentacles is saying that, you're trying to establish yourself. You want to create that strong foundation, because you don't want to be, here or there. You don't want to, worry about all this. You just want that strongness, right? That stability, that place where you could just go, that feeling where you have that, like you're safe and secure, that kind of thing. I do feel like, you're going to be able to make wise decisions. I feel like you know who you are, and I feel like you just know how to handle things, and there's also some kind of abundance here that's going to help you. Like everything's going to fall into place. It's going to help you. Everything is going to fall into place where you're going to be okay. Okay. So just keep doing what you're doing, because these cards don't show up for no reason. They're guiding you, okay? And then you have the 10 of Wands up here. And why is the 10 of Wands here? One more card. Wow, nice. Very nice, very nice. So you do have the Lover's card here. The Lover's card is talking about a decision, a decision going on. Maybe you're let's see. I feel like okay. So so you have the 10 of Wands, and like I said, you're tired of a lot of things that have been happening in your life, right? You're overwhelmed, you're tired, everything that has happened, it's like enough already. I just want to move forward. I just want to be happy. I just want the stability. This is you, trying to figure things out, and you will, because you have the 10 of Wands. Now things are going to go different, but you're still trying to carry everything on your shoulders. You have all these things in your mind, trying to figure out, hey, am I going to go this way? Am I going to do this? How am I going to do it? How are things are going to work out? But you got to trust yourself. You got to just go with it. Take a leap of faith. Go with it. Because things are shifting for you. Things are moving for you forward. And set your limits, set your boundaries to where, you're not going to have to overdo it. Like, try not to overdo it. Try not to take everybody's problems, because, you want to live life to the happiness. And that's what they're saying, just enjoy it. Stop trying to carry everybody's loads. Stop trying to, carry everybody's problems and taking on everything. And when you know that, you can really just not to, you can usually say, no, I'm not going to, carry that. I'm okay. Well, I'll be here if you need me, but that's it, that kind of thing. Really set boundaries on things like that. Okay. Because you're very tired. You're very overwhelmed with everything that's going on. There's going to be a lot of changes. I feel like there's a decision that you made with your significant other or somebody close to you, and I feel like you need to just really trust the process on that. I feel like you're ready for anything. Also, you're the Emperor. The Emperor, he knows how to make wise decisions. He's very strong-willed. He's just one man that just knows how to do it. He's better than all the kings. You're stepping back into your power, I feel, and you're making decisions. You're definitely protecting your space. You're protecting yourself, your home. You're protecting what you have, and it's yours, and you're definitely rising back up and stepping back into that power that you have, okay? And you're definitely ready for anything that's going to help you, and anything that happens, you're just going to go with it. You're like, okay, well, I can handle this, because you've been through it all. You've already been through it all. You already have it. You already seen the worst that, that could possibly happen, and you've been down, but not anymore. You're rising back up, Gemini, so it's good. You have the 6 of Cups here, and why is the 6 of Cups here? One more card. Wow, okay. So you do have the 10 of Wands again, and like I said, you're still carrying a lot on your shoulders, okay? And the thing is that, it's okay to reminisce. Yes, you look at everything. The thing with Geminis is that it's hard for them to move past what has happened. It's very hard. It's like you wonder in your mind. You're wondering why, but why, but why, but why, and you get into this mode where it's the 6 of Pentacles, the 6 of Cups, where you fall back into, all these memories that have happened, Well, why did they leave me? Or why did they just, get angry like that? Why did they, make me go do this or make me go do that? And why did they put me in that position? And you continue to be in this. And I don't know why. But that's how we are. Our bodies, unless we try to change it and do the work, we're not going to change it. Because we're going to keep going back to these old memories, being nostalgic. That's why I say, it's okay to visit the past. It's okay to look at things, and wonder why, but it's okay. It's also better for you to move away from that, because you need to. They want you to like stop remembering all that. You know, you're going through a healing, you know, because you're going through a huge changes that are still going on in your life. But you're moving past it. You know, you're going to be feeling better. You know, they're asking you to see the light in everything, because you do have the King of Wands here. You know, get things done. Stop trying to carry everything done and trying to carry everything instead of trying to, letting things go. You know, get it done and over with and just keep going forward. You know, give other people their, their duties. Like, quit taking everything on your shoulders and just keep moving forward. Okay. And stop going back to the past. Leave the past behind. You know, there are times when you go back to it, and right now they're asking you just live in the moment right now, because you need to. You know, don't try not to go and, step back into when this happened or that happened. You know, right now enjoy your life. You know, be in this moment. And then they had, like I said, the King of Wands is telling you to really take control of those loose ends. You know, get these things done so that way you don't have to worry about them anymore. Make sure everything's done in order. Everything is controlled the way it's supposed to be, because if not, it's gonna come back, and they're asking you to do it. Okay, like those bills, those loose ends, you know, whatever it is that you need to do, start doing them so that way you don't have to be burdened by everything that's going on. Okay, because you need to start de-stressing yourself, if that's a word out there. Okay, so and also too, I feel like you're gonna be moving forward, and I feel like you're gonna have that courage to do what it is that you want to do. You know, because I feel like you want everything, you want a lot of things too, but sometimes you just need to really really let go of what's been eating at you. You know, like let that past go. And then you have the World card. Why is the World card here? One more card. Wow. Okay. So, you are definitely in your mind a lot. Like I said, you know, you've been thinking about the past. You're really overthinking about a lot of things. You know, really try to get out of that position, because you're overthinking of things that you're making more than it should be. Okay, so really try to not do that. Just try to live life. Be happy, you guys. Really be happy. You know, with what you have, with what you do. You know, be content with it. But you do have the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Wands is saying that, you know, you're going to be in your mind. There could be also an offer coming in, because there's a Two of Cups. But I feel like you're going to be in your mind about some kind of decision that you are trying to definitely make. You're contemplating a decision. You're trying to figure out what's your next step. And this is because you're on a new path. You're coming onto a new path, so it's good. You know, use it. Live life. Okay, live life. You know, really take these decisions that you need to make, and really be objective with it. You know, really look at it from the back, from the inside, from all around. Really look at this decision carefully, is what I'm saying. You have the High Priestess here, and the High Priestess is saying, why is the High Priestess here when what you need to work on? Home card. Wow, that's crazy. So you're definitely also going through a healing, but you know, really trust that intuition, okay? Because you have that High Priestess here. The High Priestess here is saying, you know, you have this inner power that you have a gift that you have, but you're not using it. Okay, so trust your intuition when you're making decisions. Trust your heart when you're making intuition. When you're doing any decisions, really follow your heart. And then you have the Seven of Wands here. The Seven of Wands is talking about that, believe in yourself, that you can create the life that you want. Believe in yourself that, that you're going to be happy, that you want to live life to the fullest. Believe in yourself that anything can happen, okay? And also, too, I feel like for some of you guys that, you do have a gift, that you have this intuition, right? And, I feel like people are going to, like, try to make you feel like it's stupid. But, what you need to do is defend yourself and what you believe in, okay? And that's for a message for somebody. If you feel like people are, you're embarrassed about your gifts or whatever, don't be, because, you're one of a kind. People don't have a gift like that. There's really a lot of people that have it, People know how to use it and people don't know how to use it. So, don't be embarrassed by it. You're just the chosen one that knows how to do it. Okay, so really believe in yourself and your gifts, any kind of gift. It could be any kind. It could be healing, anything, making, whatever. It could be any gift, okay? But it's a gift from the divine, so just know that. And then you have the star card, and the star card says that you're going to start feeling better. Things are going to fall into place. Keep your hope, your faith. You're going to be rejuvenated. You're going to just start feeling really healthy, really better, okay? Things are going to fall into place for you, so it's good. You have the Two of Pentacles, and why is the Two of Pentacles here? One more card. Wow, definitely a decision that you're making, contemplating. There's traveling here, trying to juggle everything. You're trying to do everything all at once. Try to really take time to not do everything, okay? But there is a decision. See the truth in everything that you're doing. There is going to be breakthroughs. You are going to have clarity. There is a new beginning here. You're going to be standing very strong, which is very nice. I like that. Don't give up on anything, you guys. Really stand strong on everything that you're doing, okay? I feel like you're going to see the truth in a lot. You're even going to start speaking the truth. This is a new beginning also. And I also feel like you're going to have more trust, You're going to, I feel like there was times where like you couldn't trust people. I don't know what it is. There's something here for somebody that watch your money, something about your money. Be careful with your money. Try not to trust everybody, okay? That's for a particular message for somebody out there. And then you have the Six of Pentacles here. The Six of Pentacles is saying that there is abundance coming in. There is some kind of prosperity coming in, but they're also saying, like, don't trust everybody, okay? Don't trust everybody with your finances. Be careful how you're doing that, okay? Be careful. If I were you, I would just be careful with it back and forth. Like, be careful who you're giving your money to. Watch your finances. Just be careful with it is what they're saying. Wow. All right. So, Gemini, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. God bless.